If you're looking to find out the basics of missed call text back within Go High Level, you've come to the right place. So, if you're new to the channel, then pretty much how this goes is I'm creating my own agency, or I have created my own agency, Future Path AI, still with that many clients. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and show you just how one of the services I offer, missed call text back, just how I go about using that. And not only that, I'm going to show you, or at least tell you about some more advanced methods that you can utilize and maybe create your own workflows, automations that will be a little bit more advanced. But again, most of this video will just be on the basics. So let's get started. So the first thing you're going to want to do is buy a phone number. You may or may not have seen any of my previous videos, but if you have, then you know just the issues I've had with getting A2P verified. So, my suggestion, if you don't have an LLC, if you are just starting, you don't have any clients, and you just downloaded Go High Level today, then my suggestion would be to get a toll-free number, as we see right here. And then what you're going to want to do, obviously, is get that number verified, which is super easy to do. 10 times easier than getting A2P certified. You don't have to, put in or submit any kind of documentation saying that you are who you are, or tax filings of your business record history, all this kind of stuff. A2P is just pretty much a mess, unless you already have that LLC, like I said, figured out. So essentially, I have my toll-free number verified. That's what I have my big melon covering at the moment. So that is step one in this whole process. Step two in this is to go to where it says Business Profile in your Go High Level settings. And you're going to want to scroll down all the way to the bottom right over here and click Enable Missed Call Text Back. So again, like I mentioned, this is the most basic version of this you could do when you get Go High Level. So all I did here was simply type out the message that I want to send out when I miss a call. Or obviously you could do this for clients. But one thing I recommend, and one thing I initially didn't have in here, is in that text message I have a link to my website. Now you may be thinking, Austin, why would you not have that in the first place? What were you thinking? Both valid questions. Both, I really don't have the answer to. But anyway, essentially how you can use this is, say you have a client that is a dog groomer. And for that dog groomer, they want, typically most of the calls they'd be getting, at least my assumption, is to book an appointment, or at least to see availability. Well, what you can do is have a link straight to your booking calendar after you missed a call from them and say, you can put whatever you want in this message, but say, hey, if you're calling regarding this, feel free to check out this link. If not, we'll give you a call back shortly, or whatever it may be. Something super simple like that. So that's what I did. I don't have a booking calendar on my website, but I do have a link that you can fill out in order to get in touch with me. So whatever floats your boat, whatever works for your agency, I'd recommend going ahead and doing that. And the next thing you're going to want to do, if you haven't already, is to actually test that phone number that you purchased, that toll-free phone number. Just make sure that it goes to voicemail, and make sure that when you call that number, you get a notification within Go High Level, just to make sure everything is where it should be. And one thing when I first did this, I noticed was the automated voicemail that comes when you set up the number in the first place is really generic. It's just some robot saying, sorry, we missed your call, and it goes right to the voicemail. So obviously what I did, and what you're probably going to want to do, is literally just pull out your iPhone, go into recording. If you don't have iPhone, whatever, but go into your recording app, do a quick 10-second, 15-second voicemail saying, I don't have to explain to you how a voicemail goes, but essentially I just said my business name, sorry I missed your call, and I even put in my cell phone number because I am small at the moment, and if they want to reach out to my cell, fine, go for it. So once you do that recording, what I did was I just sent that, I airdropped it from my phone over to my computer, and what it did was it popped up Apple Music, and for some reason it went to a file there. But essentially the file that it was saved as was a MP4. And if you go and see within Go High Level here, it says upload MP3 or WAV file. I don't know what that is, but we want to essentially, and I'm saying essentially a lot, I'm just noticing that right now. Anywho, we're going to want to go to an MP4 to MP3 converter. I'll leave this link down below, just trying to make it as easy as possible. But really, you're just going to go ahead and select that audio file that you sent over from your phone and convert it. Then once you do that, you'll just be able to drag and drop it into right here. Or just click this upload button and upload it that way. As for the more advanced options, what you could do is go over to where it says automations, and you can go ahead and hit create workflow. So this is going to be more than just initially what I said of, where you go to your business profile and you have the text laid out there. This, you can get a little bit more creative, let's say. So, and one thing that is nice about Go High Level is it has a lot of templates already built out for you that you can choose to start from. So I believe there is one in here that is missed call text back. And that is right here. So we're just going to go ahead and see what Go High Level has to offer initially without having to really do anything. And of course, if you do choose to go this route, then what you're going to want to do is disable where it said enable missed call text back in your business profile, because I initially had it set up to where I did not have it that way. And what happened is it would send two text messages, one with the message I had in the business profile, and then one that I set up with the automation. So right here, it has the trigger as call status, incoming call, Mr. Busy. One of the filters you can set is incoming. So this workflow will trigger, of course, once you miss an incoming call. And then what you can do as well is set different tags. So yeah, let's see, they added a contact tag here. This is something I'd recommend, and you can just go ahead and create whatever kind of tag you want. So you can just tag it as missed call. So if somebody comes through here, then it'll just be tagged as a missed call. And so you'll just be able to filter whenever you do go through your leads and see exactly who it is that called in that you didn't pick up for. Then we have here the text message that you decide to send out. And if you haven't seen already, you can use what's called a custom value here and just put, say the company that's calling in does have a profile under Go High Level that you had entered on their behalf, or you had uploaded from a third-party service, whatever it may be. If they have a profile, it will then just pull their business name into that text message that it sends out. So this is a pretty helpful tool if, again, you want to get more specific, a little bit fancier, like I mentioned. Then that's definitely something that'll let them know that, hey, this isn't just some generic text that's being sent out to everybody that missed a call. We know who's calling, and we're going to get back to you specifically as soon as we can. And so what then you could do is also set a notification that'll go to you before, to let you know that somebody had called in. And I have this set up on my Go High Level app on my phone just to notify me whenever somebody does fill out a form or responds to an email, that sort of thing. So again, this is just a little bit more, this is maybe, I guess you could call it level 2. There's more levels to it. I saw somebody on YouTube, and I'll link the video below if I could find it, but essentially what they did, there it is essentially again, I'm catching myself, is go in and create a workflow to where if somebody calls in once and you miss the call, it'll send them one voicemail. If they call back again and you don't answer that call, it'll send them a different voicemail. And this, again, just kind of adds a little bit more zing and pep, if you will, a little bit more customization to let them know that this isn't just a standard voicemail, and yeah, we'll be getting back to you. And you can maybe make it a little bit more urgent, or maybe a little bit more apologetic that you haven't gotten back from their first call already, whatever it may be. So I appreciate you watching this video. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. I think we're at 58 subscribers right now, so pretty happy about that. And really, that's not the point of this channel. The point of this channel is for to reach out and connect with people that are kind of in the same boat as me. If this is the first video you've seen of mine, then I appreciate you staying this far. Your subscription would mean everything to me. And but if you don't do that, go ahead and comment below where you're at, or maybe suggestions of how I could utilize this better, or how you use it within your business. So again, appreciate you watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.